It's me, Hannah with the Heart Foundation. Today we are going live with everyone's favorite performer, Ramin Karimloo. I am so excited to bring you guys just something that's a little festive. And you guys know that I love being able to connect with all of you over social media. If you are new to the Heart Foundation, we are in Southern California, and for over 20 years we have been fighting to find an end to the #1 cause of death for men and women around the world, which is heart disease. And we do that by funding research at Cedars-Sinai, which is here in Los Angeles. I'm so happy that you guys are all here for this super fun day. Awesome. Okay, cool. So you guys, like I said, we fund research at Cedars-Sinai, and the research that we fund is driven by an incredible cardiologist. His name is Dr. PK Shah. He is a world-renowned cardiologist. He is absolutely brilliant. This year, it has been especially challenging to connect with all of you, but it's also been really fun. I've been able to connect with you guys this way. Hi, Evie. I'm so happy that you guys are here. And today, we are going to do a quick check-in with my dear friend Ramin, who is just the absolute best. Many of you know who he is. And we're gonna coerce him into singing some things with us. So Ramin should be on here soon. Let's see. I hope that you guys are having a safe and healthy holiday season. Awesome. So while we're waiting for Ramin to jump on here, let me tell you guys a little bit about what we do. So over 20 years ago, it was 25 years this year, a 35-year-old young man named Steve Cohen suffered a fatal heart attack while he was playing basketball with friends. And at the time, it was completely unheard of for all of his friends. It was such a shock because he's so young, 35 years old, and he was seemingly healthy. He was active. He had just gotten a physical, married 2 young kids, and like I said, experienced a fatal heart attack. And it was obviously devastating for his friends and family. So they felt so motivated to ensure that nobody ever felt that sense of loss that they created the Heart Foundation. And here we are, like I said, 25 years later, and we are still striving to create a world where no life is lost to heart disease. We've raised millions of dollars to fund research at Cedars-Sinai, and I'm so grateful for people like Ramin who help us spread the word. It's so great. Some other people who we have had live conversations with this year. We have spoken with, we spoke with Ramin earlier this year. We also spoke with Jamie Foxx. We also spoke with Bert Kreischer. We spoke with David Foster. We spoke with Bob Harper. We spoke with Willa Ford, with Ali Mano. We have spoken with so many incredible, influential people. But then on top of that, we've also spoken with normal people like you and me, right? Who are either living with heart disease or who have experienced loss from heart disease and who are motivated to create change. So you can catch all of those live conversations, all of those interviews on our IGTV and also on our YouTube channel. You guys can follow us on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. We want to connect with you in every way possible. So keep in mind that during this entire conversation that we are having with Ramin, you can donate at the bottom of this live stream. You can donate to the Heart Foundation, support our efforts. Someone has already made a small donation. Every single dollar counts. Thank you guys so much. Also, feel free to ask questions. Feel free. I know a lot of you have made some song requests. You want to hear Ramin sing. I mean, who wouldn't want to hear Ramin sing? So we're going to try to get him to keep us entertained. So Ramin, there are a lot of people on here. Ramin, if you are on here, there he is. Hi, Ramin. We're going to add him in. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm going to turn you up. Hang on. So I'm wondering on my iPad over here, should I go live on mine? Will that help you guys?
What do you mean? You look great.
No, I mean, should I go live on the iPad as well? So then it's like both channels are live at the same time.
I mean, you can. It'll only show me the one. I guess I'm not sure what you mean.
I don't know what I mean. So let me just press this button and see what happens.
Okay.
If I get knocked off there, I'll come back. But I'm wondering if I can go 2 different. Oh, I'm on 2 different things at once.
That is so weird.
We're on multi-camera live stream.
Very high tech over here.
It got super quiet on all of a sudden.
I am?
Yeah. Since I came on, you were much louder.
Can everybody hear me okay? Everybody? I don't know. Y'all can comment.
I'm going to keep my eyes on this one, though.
Okay.
How are you?
Riley's in the next room. Riley, if it's too quiet on the camera, come in and tell me. Because, it's so weird, Ramin. There was one time earlier this year where I was having a conversation with Bob Harper, who is like the coolest. He's the host of The Biggest Loser. Or he was.
Oh, yeah.
And he is so cool. He had a heart attack when he was in his early 30s. I think in his early 50s. And so we were going live and it looked great on my end, but to the rest of the audience, I looked like this. And so the whole video, I just looked like such a fool because it looked great. Oh, are you guys a Superman?
Look at that. But it's cold. I'm sick as a dog, so I'm layered up right now.
You guys, Ramin is wearing one of our mantra shirts. It says, "You're never too young. It's never too late." This is the Heart Foundation mantra. And the reason we believe it is because we believe while you're never too young and it's never too late to be impacted by heart disease, you're never too young and it's never too late to make to start living a more heart healthy lifestyle. And you guys can purchase these via the link in our Instagram bio, and 100% of the proceeds support heart disease research at Cedars-Sinai.
I'm going to tell them because I just realized they're wondering, who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
If they don't know. So folks over here, I'm on live stream with the Heart Foundation. So I don't know if you can hear her. Actually, you're supposed to be in my earphones and it's not coming up. I'm falling apart. So if you want to see us both talk, we're over on the Heart Foundation on their Instagram live. So Merry Christmas. Feel free to watch from the sides though. They're in the wings.
I love it.
How have you been? How's it going? How's the Heart Foundation?
The Heart Foundation is
doing
great.
Amazing stuff.
We have been hard at work this year. It's been a challenging year because obviously we can't have any in-person events. We can't connect with people, within 6 feet. And so it's been an interesting year. And, we are just like any business or any small business in that we understand that not a lot of people have the funds right now to be, but at the same time, the research that we support is still happening. So we've been trying to find alternative ways to connect with people, alternative ways to gain support. And honestly, every single one of you guys, like Ramin, literally just since I posted your photo yesterday, I have like 100 new followers, and that means the absolute world to us,
Oh, that's important.
Because the more eyes that we get, the more hearts that we impact, and the more knowledge that we spread, and that's exactly what it's all about. So,
and it lands like every now and then. Obviously, sometimes there's so much going on Instagram and it gets lost in the shuffle. But then I'll see that you did a post about coconut oil, which I thought was supposed to be like the miracle cure, and I was like, too much, no good. Red wine, though, you were all pro red wine. I was like, yes, okay, balancing it out,
Everything in moderation, I think, is like the key. People really love to hook in to find this like miracle thing. Like, is this the answer? Is this the cure? And I think the secret is to understand your own body and everything in moderation. In
the words of Mark Linton, 100%. Because 100%. It's so individual. Any diet, that's why I'm so careful about what I offer. I can only offer based on my experience. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You could do the exact same thing and not get the same results. Our bodies just process things different, and it's all trial and error. And you have to be diligent with, if you really want a specific goal, keeping a journal and whatnot and monitoring things takes work. But I think you can't go wrong with a healthy balance, which affords you a bit of leeway either side.
I completely agree. Everyone's body is different, and you just have to listen. It really is trial and error. It's like, listen to your body, figure out what works, figure out what doesn't work. And then again, I cannot stress it enough. And even though these times it's incredibly difficult to do this, stay in contact with your doctor, because your doctor has a level of knowledge that we can't even comprehend. So that would be that's my philosophy behind it.
How are you finding keeping in touch with your doctor during all this? Because again, over here, it depends almost by county. Some have good access. They're doing very well with a lot of over the phone diagnosis, which is great, actually. Half the time, you don't actually need to go in. You just need a quick conversation. And
Yeah.
so that's been helpful over here while they're trying to juggle everything.
That's how it's been here too. My experience has been virtual appointments. And then also, if you do really need to go into the doctor, there was one time this year when I had to go in, and the way that my doctors have handled it, and as far as everyone that I've heard from, you know, around here, is that you are not allowed to be in the office if somebody else is in the office. And you call them when you're there, when you're at the front door or whatever. They will come out and get you once they are ready for you. Everything is sanitized between. Everyone has a mask on. Everything is. So yeah, it's been pretty. And I know that it's like all those extra steps seem like annoyances or kind of like, you know, extra stuff, but it's all still helpful and it's all still keeping you safe. So that's where we are. But wait, did you say you're not feeling well?
I've been super sick. I can't seem to shake this cold. It's been recycled a couple times in the household.
No.
And I woke up today, I was like, oh my God, I feel rough, but it's that time of year. Who knows? We'll find out.
I like, people don't know, I totally trapped Ramin into doing this. I just, you know, reached out to him and said, maybe you'll jump on an Instagram live and maybe just like sing a couple songs. Next thing he knows, I'm like, guys, Ramin's doing a sing along. I made him commit without realizing he was committing.
Yeah, what we're gonna do, because also, how do I know if people are singing along? I don't do sing along, so we'll figure something out.
Well, here's the thing. They're all songs. You don't have to sing the whole song. Just give us a little like taste. Keep the people happy.
Okay.
People sent in some requests. Obviously, you can just sing a little bit and then we'll talk and then whatever you want to do.
I'll give it a go.
All right. So first request.
We'll go straight into the request.
We're going straight to a request.
Are there questions as well? Let's do questions, bit of sing-song, questions, bit of sing, whatever people want, whatever.
Yeah, you want to, let's do some, okay, so actually let's talk about this really quickly. So something that you started, I believe while, you know, in 2020 during quarantine, is 8 times.
Oh, yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I don't know. We're here about the Heart Foundation, not my side projects.
I know that, but it's all about living a heart healthy lifestyle. 8 times is about doing something a little different. Well,
yeah, and this whole time with what we're going through, I've been wanting to create and whatnot, and the 8X thing has been on my heart and mind for a long time, and I'm inspired by our industry and the sort of, I love the film True Grit, as well as the saying now that I tag with 8X is true grit together, the sense of community, and that idea of being better than yesterday in whatever walk of life. It's not just fitness. It's as an artist, even like finance and things like that, with what I've learned about finances this year and what I can do to never be caught like this again, or thankfully I was a bit more financially aware and healthy about that, my relationship with that, because look at where we're at now. So the idea with 8X was, you know, what do you commit to? What do you sacrifice for? What are you determined for? Because when you look at when people do 8 shows a week, that lifestyle that goes with it. So the 8X was the seeds were planted by 8 shows a week. Unless you had an alternate like me, 6 times a week. However, most of the time it's 8 times a week.
Right.
So that's how it came. So the idea was 8 shows a week, 8 times a week. And originally I was just going to do a fun t-shirt that says, I do it 8 times a week, because it made me laugh. I'd love to wear that in the gym. So that was how it all started. And then as over time, working with manufacturers and fabrics, I started really enjoying designing stuff. And the 8X community Instagram, which I found very inspiring for myself, because it was giving me accountability. And I don't try and check in like every day, every week. It's not about that, because it's a long-term thing. So it's not every day someone shouting at you or in your ear. So it's sort of organically growing, and I found people are coming along for the ride. So I was like, this is amazing. So although the apparel that will come out later, that's the fun byproduct of it. But what I do love is the community, the sense of community, and just seeing how it grows. There's not a hard game plan. It's just something that has started organically, and it will grow organically.
Right. Right. I love that approach that you have, though, that it's a long-term thing, which can be incredibly overwhelming mentally. Number one, if you really like look at the big picture of things, it can feel like it's a lot to bite off. But I love the philosophy behind being a little better than you were yesterday. Just doing, and that doesn't necessarily mean working harder. It can mean exactly what you said, working smarter. Finances being one little part of that.
And it's about showing up. Half the time, there's days, and especially during this pandemic, there's days I wake up, I'm like, I can't be bothered. Mm-hmm. So just show up and just see what happens. There's no pressure. There's no one that I need validation from. There's no one you have to check in. It's only for yourself. And then half the time when I do show up, oh man, that was fun. Or you found something. Even doing stuff like this or interviews. That's why my podcast has sort of gone astray a bit because I missed the face-to-face, but I'm going to get that up and going again because I'm just going to show up. Mm-hmm. And it's just, yeah, you just got to show up now. Nowadays, more than ever, all you can really ask of yourself is show up. Because each of us are going through our own thing. Some are hit really hard by this. So who am I to sit there and say, you could have developed a skill over this time? No, they just need to get through the day. And that's a victory. Absolutely.
I mean, and I know that you guys are in a whole new shutdown, right?
I never know anymore. As far as I'm concerned, I'm staying home.
You're home.
I'll go to work.
Yeah.
My garage is my gym. Tier 4 lockdown. Our problem is I don't know. I don't know. No, I'm just going to stay out of the way. I'm not going to be part of the problem.
Right.
Because regardless of what I think of this whole thing or maybe my opinion on it, it doesn't matter because I'm coming from it from a fortunate outlook. Mm-hmm. Thank God none of us have had it. Mm-hmm. So all I can do is not be part of the problem. And when I'm out, I don't mind wearing masks, kind of feel like a ninja. And if it makes other people comfortable, then that's what we should be doing. Because you should have grace on your heart to at least, we all have to make this work, you know?
Right, exactly. So since this year has given us all this like crazy distance between us and it's been so hard to connect with people and it's been so hard, I'm sure, like I cannot imagine how hard it's been for you to not be able to perform as much, number one. Mm. So how are you staying positive and motivated? Like, do you have any things that you do to keep yourself moving forward?
For the first sort of 6 months, I guess, I used my Instagram and YouTube to post new songs. Mm-hmm. But it was an equal relationship. One, because I thought, I hope this entertains. 4 minutes of maybe you forget about what you're dealing with every day. But it was also made me learn new stuff just to expand my musicianship, my repertoire, and kind of see what lands with people. And then, you know, we use stuff with like the dives. Sergio, my friends who are in the dives, we did some remote recordings, which was a lot of fun, like when we did a version of From Now On. And then recently we decided to finally put like a gig together, which we did to stream. But it's, you know, even to this, with the encore coming out, I said to my manager, I was like, is this a time to, you're trying to be sensitive of the time, but you also want to inspire the show must go on mentality. And you want to create work for my band, create work for the film crew that was there. So in my heart, I was like, well, because for some reason I have this opportunity to be able to create work, even if it's just 1 day, 2 days, mandolin to stream people can get some work.
Yes.
And just keep putting stuff out there. I thought, okay, we'll do it now. But the moment we announce it and go gung-ho with it, mm-hmm. more restrictions. So you think, but then you at which point, when's the perfect time to do anything right now?
No, there's no perfect time.
Just gotta keep going.
No perfect way. It's all just kind of like try it all and see what sticks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I saw Riley and I watched one of your concerts recently. And I mean, it's just so fun. And it just breaks my heart that I can't be with you.
Oh, mate.
And just like fangirling in the crowd.
Well, we'll get there again, but
I know
that was a real special moment for us to do that. So I'm glad. I'm certainly no regrets doing it, mm-hmm. and would do it again in a heartbeat if the opportunity was there. But I like the idea, knowing that if there's ways to create work
Right.
especially in our industry, which has been really hit hard with lack of help.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the little ways we can get our industry doing
Right.
something. You know what I mean?
Because at the same time, you are providing such joy for so many people.
I
You're
hope
making
so.
so many people feel happy and good. And I mean, I think about this all the time whenever I hear, and your voice especially is one of these voices to me. When you hear someone sing and it just sounds easy and free and like it sounds like it feels good to be able to sing that way. And I have to tell you, it feels good to be able to hear someone sing that way. So you provide a lot of joy for a lot of people. And I'm sure that a lot of people on here would agree with me in saying that you have been a huge help for them during this pandemic. I had someone reach out to me yesterday. I don't want to call any names. I had someone reach out to me yesterday and say the best thing that has happened to them in 2020 is that they discovered your music and then found the Heart Foundation and then recognized that they had a heart issue and went to the doctor. All from finding your music.
Holy shit.
That is it right there. That's the magic right there.
Well, I play a heart surgeon on TV, and now the art is imitating life. You know, it's how can it not bleed into one?
Not. It's so great. One thing
that's
that I do want to
amazing,
make.
though.
One thing that I do want to make really clear that I think we had some confusion the last time that you and I did a live together is that I represent the Heart Foundation that is in the United States. There are other heart foundations that are in different countries. We are all separate foundations. So I am Hannah with the Heart Foundation in Southern California. And I just want to make that clear for everyone because it can be so confusing when you Google the Heart Foundation and there's the Heart Foundation USA, the Heart Foundation Australia, the Heart Foundation UK. This is the Heart Foundation in the United States, just so everybody knows.
Can you guys hear Hannah on this one? I just want to see if they understand what's going on over there.
Totally.
Can you guys hear Hannah from the Heart Foundation? I'm getting a lot of hellos, but no one's answering me. Maybe they can't hear me.
Maybe.
No one's answering. Oh, yes, we can. Great. Thank you, Frost3320.
Nice. So, Ramin, I feel like it's time.
Well, okay. I'm nervous about this because I don't like being put on the spot.
Raw and real. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for people to see you sing something a cappella.
Oh, no, I'm going to grab the guitar if I can.
Oh.
It's right here.
I mean.
A cappella is Italian for freaking heart.
You can do whatever you want. Just sing a little of whatever you like, as much as you want. The first request.
What is it?
Can you guess?
Music of the night.
Music of the night.
Let's see now. I can't remember the chord. Nighttime sharpens, nighttime sharpens, hide and seek. Oh, nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. I don't know how to play the rest of this song on this. Okay.
Oh! That was so sweet.
All right, I'm warmed up. What's the next one? Let's go.
Hey.
What do you want? Let's do it.
Remember when you were like, we're going to have to see. I don't know.
I'll be cuffed. No, just go on. We'll be fine. Let's go. Let's go until I pass it.
All right. So that was the first one. Next one. From now on.
Oh, I don't know how that one goes. That's so hard to play and sing at the same time. I don't even know the opening chords. From now on, your eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, What's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. Let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh my God.
I drank champagne with kings and queens. That one won't be so cool on my own.
Oh my gosh. But it's just so fun. Like, does your family ever get tired of hearing you sing, do you think?
I probably think they get annoyed, but I don't sing much around the house unless I've got a gig coming up.
Mm.
But that's probably why I find singing a little more difficult these days, because rest is rust. It's like a muscle. So I'll go 4 months when I'm filming and I wasn't posting much anymore and I got no gigs. When I went to sing that first time, I was like, oh my God. So the best medicine is to keep going.
Yeah. Consistency.
Yeah, but I don't start singing, they don't come sit beside me and start listening. That don't happen. And I don't shower sing unless I'm trying to work something out.
Oh my gosh, that's like the only place that I sing and feel uninhibited.
Really?
You know, those good bathroom acoustics.
The best.
The best.
Lately, the shower singing I have been doing, just so I can see whether I could still do it, I've been like singing through Jean Valjean's stuff, a lot of his scenes, but then I think, what if like the mailman comes and I can hear like, now her mother is with God. You know?
Oh my gosh. I think the mailman would stop and probably start weeping tears of joy because it sounds so beautiful.
Or, come on, I gotta finish this route. Open your door.
When I was in college, two of my roommates were musical theater students. And so the amount of shower singing that happened in our apartment, I'm sure our neighbors just hated us. We shared walls on both sides. We were in a townhouse, and it was just constant singing. It didn't matter what hour of the day it was. Someone was practicing something, you know.
Gotta be done. Best thing you can do is sing into your pillow.
Really?
Yeah, put the pillow there so you can still hear the acoustics, but other people won't hear as much.
What a trick.
The amount of times
who are aspiring singers.
We have our own home now. Like when we did have a flat or something like that, I'd be singing into my pillow all the time. Sound like someone was getting killed. But
and it didn't, like, did you feel like it helped you with your breath? I feel like it would help me with breath too, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm still going, so maybe that it was helpful, but it was certainly helpful for my neighbors.
There you go. Do you miss?
Sing it to your pillow.
Do you miss
standing up? I'm standing up.
Valjean?
Yeah, I think so. I'd be super nervous if the opportunity came to do it again, and I, for some reason, said yes to do it because I'm super scared to do it again. But what a great part in that show. It's been a while since I've sung like that.
So that's why you would be afraid?
I think so. Every time I do Bring Him Home now, I'm frightened.
I've never heard you mess that up, ever.
Oh,
and you have sung it for me in person many times.
I tell you what, that stream that you watched, did I sang, this is the one at Clapham Grand.
Yes.
Was I doing voiceovers and stuff?
Yeah.
That Bring Him Home is probably one of my favorite versions I've done because it's super vulnerable. And I remember afterwards, the whole band and even my it's like my best friend, but like my manager as well, Alex was there, and the film crew were like, it was like a whole different person after that song. Because I felt like this weight came off my shoulders. I get so much anxiety with that number for some reason these days.
I feel, you told me once that that's how you knew when your voice was warm.
Go on, what did I say?
You said, that's how I know my voice is warm, is when I can hit that.
Well, yeah, I used to wake up.
God on high.
Every morning, I'd wake up first thing, God on high, or I'd go, bring him home. All right, we're good, let's go. That would be the first thing I'd do.
All right, request number 3.
Go on.
Go for it. Bring him home.
After I just told you about my PTSD of it.
I wasn't going to pull it out, but then you just hit those notes. So you did it to yourself.
Lord on high, hear my prayer. In my need, you have always been there. He is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home.
Come on. How could you ever be afraid of singing that? You sound incredible.
Thank you, but there's not like
right
2,000 people there.
It's been too long since I've seen you. I could cry right now just like hearing you sing it. It's so great.
I'm having a good time. I like this. I'm glad we're doing this. I hope there's no time limit. Are we like, we've already been a half hour, but people, are you okay? You okay to hang out?
Everyone's
over
good.
Here
Everyone's good. So wait.
How long did Jamie Foxx do?
How long did you? Half an hour, I think. He's the best.
We're going longer than Jamie Foxx.
We're going longer than Jamie. So wait, I have a question because I know that even though you haven't been able to perform in person for a lot of people, there have still been things like in the works, like Houdini.
I gotta admit, there's a load of stuff that's potentially there. But, you know, Uncle COVID, he's just like messing so much up right now. There's 3 musical recordings, 3 that I've done. 2 will be albums that will be out.
Mm-hmm.
And Houdini's a work in progress.
That's so great. Can you tell us anything?
Well, there's nothing to really tell. I was surprised by that article, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, all my mates and obviously supporters on Instagram, and I don't really go on Twitter anymore, but Facebook, whatever my promotional stuff is. Man, how old do I sound now? Oh, I'm on the old internet, on the old Instagram.
No.
I'm not on the TikTokers, TikTok, you know. Yeah, so that's basically all there really is they need to know right now. But the potential of that show, and I just had a chat with the director last night, super exciting. Mm-hmm. But like all these things, and with the experience I've had in my career now, I peak my excitement till I can open the lid. Do you know what I mean? Because then I'm going to get disappointed.
Right.
I'm supposed to be on Broadway in September. I was supposed to be on Broadway in February, which got postponed. There's a show out there that I'm signed to do, but who knows?
Right.
So
nothing's a sure thing until it's a sure thing.
100%. Not even 100%. When rehearsals start. Now I'm like, until you hear the orchestra warming up. Okay, we got a show now.
Right. Right.
And I don't want to be cynical. I'm very much.
No, but
positive thinking and moving forward, but
it's that same mentality or that same thing that you were saying earlier about it being a muscle. And so it's like you just kind of have to stay ready. Yeah,
and with things that turn on a dime right now, like I feel sorry for the English, the British public. Everything got switched I was in the studio recording this new musical, and in that recording they're like, we're locked down again. Literally,
right now.
Technically, I shouldn't have been there now. I'm there, and the rules got switched. And I honestly thought, even with this vaccine, which sounds great, sounds promising, I kind of felt it's still going to get worse to get better with restrictions and whatnot. So I kind of wasn't surprised. It's just, what do you do? So with respect to future work, let's say COVID wasn't around, I'm very fortunate. My whole year is booked. up and even into 2022, but everything is, well, we'll see.
On hold. So everyone is asking, what Broadway show were you booked for in February, and what were you booked for in September? If you can say. If you can't say, you can't say.
Well, they haven't said, so I don't know if I can say. I'm like, I see certain things being murmured about, or that they have said. I'm like, you know.
Right. So you don't want to be the one to spill the beans.
Right.
Right. Got it.
Unless they fired me and they've moved on, so who knows? So that's why I'm like,
never.
They have to say it first.
They would never.
But the February one is the September one. It just got.
Right. Right. And you're still doing Holby.
Yeah. Having a great time in Holby. Very fortunate that we are able to continue as we are. And they've been, knock on wood, very good. Everyone's keeping their distance and telling the story at 2 meters.
Right. So now that we're warm, I feel like we need to pull out a Christmas Carol.
All right. This one I kind of tried to work on because it's different. I've never done this because I've never sung Christmas carols to this stream, and I'm like, well, let's see what else we can learn. So I might sing this wrong.
That's okay.
I'll be home for Christmas. Is this all right? You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Please have snow, mistletoe, and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Merry Christmas.
When are you releasing a Christmas album?
Well,
is that your next move? I think it should be.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I'll never record stuff for the sake of recording. It's got to speak to my and the band's hearts. But what we've done so far totally speaks to our hearts. So we love it. And I enjoyed coming up with this. I don't even know if that's the right way to sing it, but I like this song. So that was nice. Listen,
any way that you sing it is the right way to sing it.
So, well, thank you. But yeah, I definitely would be up for it now and explore it more with the band. But that's something we got to think about early, like springtime, July, get it recorded then. It's so odd to think of it then.
You're not in the mindset. It's, you know, June and you're recording White Christmas.
Yeah, it's weird enough shooting Christmas episodes of Holby in September, like,
right.
And it's hot out. You're supposed to be dressed warm, and there's a Christmas tree. I'm like, it's boiling hot. How are we gonna?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So everyone, I don't even know if, and also if you like don't know parts of these songs, it's okay. Everyone is requesting either or both White Christmas or Silent Night.
I can do Silent Night because obviously we just did that. Silent Night. No, hang on. What key was that in? It's down here. Well, if that's... I'll just go. Let's see what happens. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round, round. See, it's the wrong chords. Here we go.
You
Sorry,
got
I
it.
got to start again. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah, Christ the Savior is born, Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace, Jesus Lord, at thy birth, Jesus Lord, at thy birth, Jesus Lord, at thy birth. It's better with harmonies and layers.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that was really missing something. Oh my gosh. Like seriously, I feel like it's been such a hard year to get in the Christmas spirit. Like we have our tree up, we have our stockings up, but it's just felt so hard because we haven't been able to celebrate with friends, celebrate with family. So I am so in the Christmas spirit right now with you singing so many Christmas carols. Oh my gosh, I love it. Can you
I'm
see
having
me
a good
okay?
time. Say again?
Can you see me okay?
Yes, ma'am. Can you see
Okay,
me?
good. Yeah, I just have seen a couple people just say that the picture got weird, but that's okay.
Trying to drink a lot every day.
Very smart, especially since you've had a cold. So wait, have you gotten tested?
I did. Because I tell you, it's recycled like 3 times around the household now. So I was sick leading up to the stream. Mm-hmm. So I was one morning I was like, I think this is it. So I went and got tested. Wasn't it? Thank God. And so then I got better. Felt somewhat good. Mm-hmm. Then Mandy's been recycling this, so like she's super sick now. Mm-hmm. And then like the other day, I can see her. I'm looking at her. I'm like, oh, I can feel it coming this way now.
Right.
But it's that time of year as well, so it's
totally.
It's even like hard to talk about because obviously everyone's so on edge.
Right.
But for 2 weeks now, I got nowhere to go anyways. So
good. Yeah, you can lay low.
I'll be here, singing, working out, resting.
Good. Hydrating, laying low.
Yeah.
Taking it easy. For those
What's
of
the
you,
Heart Foundation's opinion on the old tequila?
On the old tequila. Well, Mark
Yeah.
Littman's on here. I'm sure that he could comment in about that.
If he would like to comment, I would love to, because, you know, it's low in acidity. Mm-hmm. No sugar, right? Mm-hmm. Win-win, if you ask me.
Well,
I think super good.
When it comes to heart health in general, alcohol, it should be something that is something, just listen, is something that, again, in moderation. One drink is totally fine. It depends on how much you weigh also. They say for women, a drink to a drink and a half is fine. They say for men, around 2 to 2.5 is fine. But also, again, everyone's body is different. Alcohol is an intoxicant. So, like, just be careful.
I jest. Drink responsibly, folks.
That's
But
right.
I still would like to know what Mark says about that. And I'm talking ingenio. We're not talking low shelf stuff. Nice stuff.
Right. There you go. The good
Yeah.
stuff. Oh my gosh. So Ramin, wait, I don't even think I've ever asked you this question, but of course I put it out there for people to send me questions for you. What is your dream role?
I never know how to answer this anymore because ultimately I got to do the ultimate dream very early to play the Phantom of the Opera.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just looking for anything that's going to make me better than yesterday. So when it comes to that, it's got to be artistically speaking. And, you know, you learn things as a human with these roles, especially if it's a role that's, you know, provocative like that. So look, there's a bunch of roles I'd love to do. There's roles I'd love to do that haven't been written yet. I want to keep diversifying. I want to keep growing as an artist.
Right.
And I'm loving being on camera. I miss being on stage. I'd love to do a play or a musical again. So there is no perfect role. It's just anything is going to keep me moving forward.
Good answer. Good answer. Because also too, don't you kind of feel like while it is a goal, it's good to set a goal for yourself. You don't want to create a ceiling for yourself. That's not the end all be all.
Well, when I got Phantom, I remember looking in the mirror when they were putting the prosthetics on, and I was having, you know, that internal monologue. I remember I couldn't stop laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I was giggling. Like I was 26. I'm like, 10 years ago, you said you were going to do this, and now you're doing it. And now what? I remember thinking, now what? What's the plan? When it became, I was thinking about the lifelong quest, because I always thought that would be the pinnacle. That was what I was thinking. Coming from a small town, no proper education, no proper training. So that's why now you're right. There shouldn't be a ceiling. It should just be one step at a time. Just keep going. Why set a ceiling anyways?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's about being the best I can be.
Yes, definitely. And I think that it was, you set a specific goal at the very beginning, right? Like your whole story is that you saw Phantom when you were young.
Yeah.
And you said, I want to do that.
Yeah. I wanted to make people feel like I was made to feel during that performance, because I was just like enamored by it.
Something very powerful about it.
I do believe in visualizing things and putting things out there. Mm-hmm. And that's why, again, with things I'm creating now and I've always wanted to learn how to do a production produce. So I've started the 8X company, like the legit company. Mm-hmm. And I've started a production company, which this stream was the first thing I co-produced with the film, with Craft Films. That's all our own. That's why I love it so much too, because it's literally our own rules, our own, the temperature we wanted, how we wanted to run it. What was I going to say though? I guess, yeah. So the point was
just setting really specific goals and putting it out there.
Yeah, and mm-hmm. not worrying that I have no idea what I'm doing. What do I know about making a clothing line? What do I know about producing? No, but I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah, at one point, even the people who it's their full-time job, at one point they had no idea what they were doing.
And what I did realize was the moment I set out to do that, I was like, oh, I know such and such who would love to hear this conversation or have this conversation with me. And working with friends who want to write, and I was like, well, what if we did this? So then I try and gather things, so I help develop it, and then if this can, again, create work and create new things, all I know is I'm having a blast doing it.
There you go.
But I've had last night, this 2-hour-long FaceTimes with a certain family member, that the story that I want to maybe get going. It's so interesting to hear it back. I was like, oh, geez, I was learning a lot about myself again. So when it comes to all of that and developing it, I think all you can do is just one step at a time. And every hurdle you get, figure it out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a great way to approach any obstacle. As little as we just moved, right, into a new neighborhood. We have this huge hill in our neighborhood, Ramin. It's half-mile hill. And I run to it and then try to run up it and then run home. I have not been able to get up this hill. And I am someone who I'm in pretty good shape with cardio. Like,
Yeah, you are.
you know, I cycle all the time. I do go on some runs. I wouldn't call myself a runner, but I'm in pretty good shape. I cannot get up this hill. And so I've just been saying every single time I go to do it, I'm like, okay, just, you know where you got to last time. Get just 10 yards further, just a little bit further, one step at a time. And the second I'm like in my head, you know, slugging up this hill, and I think, oh my gosh, no. I'm like, okay, one more step. And that's just obviously, you know, a very physical, real example of it. But just with any goal in your life, just take it a step at a time, a day at a time, a decision, an obstacle at a time.
And some days you'll go back a step.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's okay.
Then you
know,
just
you
figure
learn.
out a new way.
Yeah, failure is not doing it, not achieving it. Failure is just not showing up. Is not trying, you know?
Is that the quote of the day?
I don't know.
I love that. It's true. I mean, you said it earlier, to just show up every single day.
Yeah.
Or at least try to, because there are days that we all feel like there's no way. You said it yourself. I don't have the energy for this.
Yeah. I didn't work out today. I feel awful to not work out, but that's okay because my body's going, please no.
Please just relax.
Don't do this. You're not 22.
Oh my gosh. It's true though. I think it's a lesson that we all need to repeat to ourselves. Is that
you got to give yourself grace now more than ever. And and it sounds selfish when you think you got to put yourself first, but it's not my quote, but I've always loved it. A guy told me once, if the well is dry, nobody drinks. So you have to make sure you're good to go. And especially when you got dependents and people who look to you, whether it's your kids, whether it's friends, whether it's your company, whether it's workers. If you're empty, how are you going to give?
It's true. It's true.
Any more questions?
I have lots of questions on this side. Let's see.
Do folks still want to hang out?
They want to know.
Even trying to step forward, trying is a step forward in itself. You're right, Morgan Swain, 98. I'm trying to include them as well.
What is your favorite role ever? If you have a favorite.
Oh man, it's like they're all your kids and all of them helped each other out with experience, but damn, playing Che was super amazing. Love to do that again. But then Judas was fun. Judas was super, it was one of those days every day I'm like, what was I thinking doing this?
Right.
It's so tough, like anxiety, but that's good because you're like, you have to figure new things out about yourself. And of course, Phantom and Valjean are going to be staples of my career, staples of, I'm still as much of a fan as I was a Phantom, as I was a Jean Valjean. And I'm at that age and such a separation from the Phantom. I haven't done it since the 25th anniversary. I'd be like, I wouldn't mind giving another go of that, but we'll see, you know. But it's that thing of no longer gunning for anything specifically. It's, if it's meant to be, it's going to come and not pass you by. Because also, my final memory of it, it's going to be damn hard to reach that again because of the, look where we're at Royal Albert Hall, live around the world, 25th anniversary. Like, how are you going to get to that level again? So it's got to make sense on so many things, but that's out of my control. Right.
Especially this year.
They're going to have to want me, you know, they might not want me to do it. So that's,
they'd be crazy not to. Another question that I had a few people ask me is, how do you deal or how do you cope with any anxiety before going on stage? Or any nerves?
Preparation. If you truly are prepared, you're going to be able to do it. I guess there's a small percentage where, I don't know if it's a medical thing, but you know, like but you'll know before you get to that point, unless you're having a panic attack, that's different. And I don't know how to deal with panic attacks. I've never had one, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, so far in my life. And that's a whole different kettle of fish. And I think, again, you got to give yourself grace. We're humans. We're not machines. So if something happens, shows can stop for a hot second. You can take a breath, do what you need to do. So, but besides that, just I think what this question really was pertaining to, preparation, man. If you're unprepared, like there's times I've gone for something, I'm like, oh geez. Like I got called in to do a concert at the Royal Albert Hall. I was shooting something in Morocco. I was leaving Tuesday morning, 4 a.m. was my pickup. So Monday I'm sat here
Mm-hmm.
at 11 a.m. I get a call saying, can you come and sing at the Royal Albert Hall tonight? Someone's dropped out sick, and we need you to do Till I Hear You Say Music Night, bring him home. I think there's another one. Maybe it was Oh What a Circus. I feel like there's another song, or maybe One Day More.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, but it's family time.
Right.
So I said, I gotta ask Mandy, do you mind if I go sing at Royal Albert Hall tonight? She goes, what time? What time's it at? Starts at 7:30. I said, she goes, yeah. I said, can Mandy come? They're like, yeah. I said, okay, don't worry about rehearsals. I'll get there for 6:45.
Oh my God.
So I got changed. So the anxiety, but this is where I'm not recommending this to anyone, but I'm not going to trade family time either. But I knew the conductor, so there was good conversation.
Right.
It reminded me of the first time I went on a Zonjara, so there was like hardly any rehearsals, but we can talk about that later. And I remember the first song I had to do was Music of the Night, so I'm tucked up, here we go. And I start walking to my entrance, and I was like, what's the intro? I know in the show or with my band what we're going to do, but like, what have they orchestrated?
What are they going to do? Right.
So I literally was walking, and I had Michael Xavier, my buddy, I said, Michael, what's the intro to this Music of the Night? As I'm walking, literally he's going, da, 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 and he just goes, count 4 and you're in. I said, okay. And literally on stage, and I'm just looking at the conductor, and I was praying he would do this. Night. And I was like, oh my God.
And he ended up doing it. It was fine.
What a rush. That was exciting.
Gosh,
But
I feel
honestly,
like that's the stuff that like nightmares are made of. You're about to go on stage and wait. I don't remember the opening words, or wait, how are they going to play this? Or wait, where am I supposed to enter from? Oh my gosh.
but honestly, preparation, if you're nervous, you're probably unprepared. There's
That's great
butterflies,
advice.
and I know everyone's going to have their opinions on how I say that, but again, from my experience, if I'm not prepared, I got anxiety. That's where I get dreams where you wake up where you don't know your words and you're supposed to go on stage, and it's usually at the start of rehearsal, but I'm like, of course, because you haven't done the process.
You haven't done it.
Give it time, and you'll do it. That's why anytime I book a concert with a band, with my band or a tour, the first couple of weeks, the anxiety is because I haven't done the work. But then you do the work and you're like, oh yeah, this is great.
Right. I think that's true for everything. If you aren't prepared, if you haven't done the work, if you haven't over prepared, I feel like, be prepared for everything, then yeah, you're going to have those nerves.
Most of the time, if someone asks me, okay, someone will say, I want to be an actor, and they've been dreaming about being an actor. They do things like most people do at home. They sing, but then you say, okay, but what have you done to learn about it? What are you doing about it? And they don't even have any of the literature out there, any the basic books like Actor Prepares or In-Depth Acting. And I think people are so savvy. You have everything at the fingertips, but you haven't done the initial work yourself.
The foundation.
Yeah, I think we have to you have to just keep going for it, and then along the way you'll get references and advice and help, but you have to show initiative, not just, because half the time I feel like if you give that advice, it's not going to be acted upon. I don't know where I was going with that. See, I'm talking silly now.
That's okay. For those of you who are joining us and you know who Ramin is and you don't know who I am, my name is Hannah. I'm with the Heart Foundation in Southern California, and we advocate for the education, early detection, and prevention of heart disease, which is the #1 cause of death in the United States and around the world for both men and women. Even through a global pandemic, heart disease has remained the #1 cause of death. We advocate for all of that by supporting heart disease research at Cedars-Sinai, which is one of the top 3 cardiology hospitals in the country. We are very proud to support the research that is backed by Dr. P.K. Shah, world-renowned cardiologist. He's absolutely brilliant. You guys can support us by donating through this live chat. You can support us by donating through the link in our bio. Also, you can't see Ramin. He's buttoned up because he's a little cold, but we have our mantra shirts on, has our mantra, "You're never too young, it's never too late." And you can buy all of these through the link in our bio. You can Hulk right out of that denim shirt, Ramin.
Let's do it. Come on.
Because we believe that while you're never too young and it's never too late to be impacted by heart disease, you're also never too young and it's never too late to start living a more heart-healthy lifestyle. And all year, all through 2020, we have been hosting live conversations with influential people like Ramin to get the word out. Because the more eyes that we get on heart disease, the more awareness that we can bring to people, the more hearts that we can save. So thank you guys so much for jumping on this live with us today. Ramin, I have one more request for you. It's not necessarily a Christmas song.
Go on.
But it is a appropriate song for the time of year. Once Upon a December.
Oh. Okay.
My gosh, look how cool! Look how cool you look with your tattoos in your shirt.
Come on. Hang on, I'll get the words up here. See, like, it's like medical jargon that I learned on Holby. I learn it, know it, I understand what it does. Next episode, what was that I said? It just goes out. You just do not.
It's that short-term memory.
Done. It's gone. Once upon.
Everyone watching is just eating this up, that you are Googling the words, the lyrics.
I usually have to Google our own words.
And guys, this whole video will be on our IGTV, on the Heart Foundation's IGTV, and we'll also have it on YouTube as well. So you guys can revisit this.
I'll be with you in this moment. Are we doing the whole? No, we're not doing the whole thing.
You can just give us a little.
Okay.
A little dessert with this song.
I can't remember what key we did this in. Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Far away, long ago, glowing dim as an ember, things my heart used to know once upon a December. Such beautiful music.
The most. I like that animated movie took over my childhood. Oh my God.
That's another time I visualized, because Ragtime's one of my favorite musicals, and I love Flaherty and Aarons, and I was like, I want to sing their stuff. I want to. And then when Anastasia comes, and we start working together, and then when I agreed to do it, I get a phone call from Steven going, "Great, I'm gonna write you a song." And that's where Still came in. I was like, that's amazing. So cool.
You got the best job in the world, Ramin.
I'm very fortunate because I love what I do.
You're very good at it. You're the best.
I don't know what to say to that. Thank you.
You could just, the best response would have been, I know.
I need a bit more swagger to do that, but yeah.
Thanks so much for jumping on here with me and for singing for us and for being my little puppet. While
Anytime.
I hit you
Anytime.
with questions and hit you with song requests.
What did Mark, did he get back to us about the tequila situation?
He said, one shot, 1942.
Okay, first of all, he would not just stop at one, but okay, we'll start there.
I am so, so grateful for you. And a couple people have responded during this and asked, yes, you guys can buy these t-shirts via the Heart Foundation link in our bio. Also, it's on our website, theheartfoundation.org. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Ramin, I love you so much. You're the best.
Love you. Let's do this again.
Absolutely.
Anything I can
Happy
do.
holidays. Please, please, please give your family just the biggest hug from me. And just
I'm not doing that again. That's what caused this. I hugged her and this would happen. I'm not hugging anymore.
And then you got sick. Just have a happy and healthy holiday season. Take it easy. You guys, thanks so much for joining us and for all of your support. I'm Hannah with the Heart Foundation. Remember, you're never too young. It's never too late to start living heart healthy. I love you, Ramin. Thank you.
Love you, darling. See you soon.
Bye.
I'm still marrying you, right? I got to get ordained this year.
You have to renew our vows for us.
Yeah.
Mic drop. If you guys don't know that, yeah, Ramin spilled the beans in our last live that he was gonna be the one marrying my husband and I. We ended up eloping. You have to be there for the vow renewal.
This Iranian's getting ordained.
Yes. Thank you so much.
See you, gorgeous.
Bye.
Bye-bye.